Wait a second, 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 wait a second. Wait, that's not. Wait. Whoopsie doopsie. Hi. Oh, this isn't right either. Okay. Spoiler alert. Hi. Hello, everybody. Good morning, you guys. Hello, where are you watching the stream from? Where? If you don't say your mom's room, then I'm gonna be disappointed in you. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, you guys. I see you found the new emotes already. Hello. Hello, Sunny. Hello, Nick. Hello, Vape Nation. Hello, Tether. You want stompies already? Oh my goodness. Hi, Tethera. Hi, Beaker. Hi, oh my goodness. Hi, Nox. Thank you so much for the raid, Nox. Good morning. Hi. Or actually, I guess it's afternoon or evening for you, right? It's morning time for me. Yeah, good morning, you guys. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to take a break after your stream, feel free to go do some exorcisms or whatever you do during your evening time. But yes, I just got started with today's tech chat. All right, I think it's gonna be a fun one. Thank you, big boobas already. Uh-oh, I need to refresh. I need to refresh. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see if I can get it to work on the second try. Yeah, there we go. It's booby time. Why? It's so early. Oops, I'm really small. Wait, I don't need to be that small. Oh. Okay, I think that's good. I can't see what I'm doing. Let me move my screen over for a second. Okay, orphans. Hello, orphans. I'm your new mommy now. It's me, your new mommy. Do you like? Okay. So let's see. The forehead's out too? Wait, the forehead out too? Oh. Hi, Blue on Bluer. Hello. Yeah, I just got started. Hi, Derp Lord. Hi, everybody. Okay, you guys. Disclaimer. This is my face, me begging you to listen to my disclaimer. I'm not a technology or IT or cybersecurity expert. I like to read about and discuss tech topics for fun. Esta señora está vieja. No soy vieja. Soy muy joven. Alright, and this stream is not intended to cover the biggest or most important tech topics. It's just what I find interesting. Yeah, because there's a lot of tech stuff that happened this week. And I'm not talking about most of it. I'm just talking about a few of it, okay? But first, I think we need to start here. Let me stop my music for a second. Because we need to take a moment. All right, give me 1 second. We just need to take a moment for, let's see. All right. Rest in peace to Skype. August 29th, 2003 to May 5th, 2025. I know that's in the future. Yeah, rest in peace. Hi, Yarmak. Hello. Yes, a moment of silence for Skype. Okay, that moment was long enough. Rip Bozo! Hey, get out of here! Get out! How dare you disrupt these solemn funeral services? Get out of here, funeral crasher! Yes, but Skype is gonna be dead. Yeah. Hi, Indecipherable to Pam. Yes, RIP to the homie. Skype will be retired on May 5th, 2025. Users will be able to transfer their chats, contacts, and log in to Microsoft Teams, which honestly, when I think about... Okay, I need to turn this music off. It's too sad. Anyways. When I think about the difference, shout out to long distance daters. I know. Skype died the way it lived with me not using it. Hi, Omatherius. Hi. That's funny, Omatherius. Yeah. It's just funny because when I think about what Skype was used for back in the day versus what Microsoft Teams is used for nowadays, the contrast, it's like you can now move your all of your DeviantArt art over to I don't know what the equivalent would be, but you can move all of your DeviantArt over to Microsoft Exchange. Wait, do I have to roleplay and send hateful memes on Teams? Yes. Okay, bye-bye, Sunny. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning. Hi, Steph Christ. Hello, hello. Yeah, so yeah, they're basically like, all right, so all your werewolf role plays and, you know, all like the crazy jacking off or whatever you did on camera is now going to be moved over to Microsoft Teams so that your you know, professional collaborative office team can all review that. So yes, they're killing Skype because they want to focus on Microsoft Teams, which I think that maybe if they had rebranded, if they brought back the original thing and been like, hey, here's a Discord alternative. Here's a Discord alternative video conferencing thing where you can have all the crazy long distance roleplay, long distance relationship, polycule, furry roleplay that your heart desires. Omego's gone, Skype's gone, huge L to do to jerk off on camera. I know. Yeah, so I think the last time I used Skype, actually, the last time I used Skype, I remember I was talking about how the whole reason the whole way that I got into VTubing was through that karaoke thing. I think the last time I used Skype was one of the karaoke groups that I did a group song with. Like, they did their communications via Skype. That was like, maybe like 2018. So people were still using Skype, you know, up until then, but it definitely was not, I definitely used Skype. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't use it for all that crazy stuff that people meme about. I basically used it. This is not Crab. This is the copyright distinct Crab Rave. Sorry. Can you recover my earpiece from this date? Yeah. Well, I definitely use Skype just to video call my friends because back then I don't think that many cameras. I mean, I don't think that many phones had like video call. I don't think that many like personal phones had like video calling on camera. I don't remember having video call until I had an iPhone, and that wasn't until I was in like Robo College. So yeah, but Skype, it is what it is. It is no more. All right, I'm just gonna move myself over because it's bothering me. Dr. Fish is cut off a little bit. All right, let's, oh wait, before. Real quick. In memoriam. Rest in peace, humane AI pin. It was put down humanely yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one hits because I remember one of my first tech chats I talked about this thing, didn't I? Yeah, it debuted right before I debuted, and it died before me. After Nexus, but before me. So yes, a moment of silence for the humane AI pin. All right, set of silence. Let me switch the music again. All right, we're done being sad. All right, back to the rave. All right. Who? Okay, so let me explain. So this was the humane AI pin. I'm sorry. Let me Wikipedia edit Wikipedia was a AI wearable. AI wearables were like all the rage. Like around the time that I debuted. I remember because my first tech chats, I was talking about the frickin' AI wearables all the time. Didn't I say I wanted to buy it? I don't think I wanted to buy this one. This one I did not want to buy, too expensive. Well, Jank, I said it's humane the way that they put it down. But I don't really know, to be honest. All I know is that basically it's a wearable, and it had like a bunch of different capabilities. So like basically you could talk to it. It could, I think it had like vision, so like it could see things in front of you. It also had like, it didn't have like a screen. It had like a projector. Like you could project the screen onto your hand or something. And yeah, and so basically it was supposed to be able to do all this AI stuff and whatever. And it cost $700. Hi, Blue. Hi. It cost $700 when it first launched on April 11th, 2024, with a $24 a month cloud subscription as well. So you needed to basically have the subscription to do anything with it, to store any data or anything. They later lowered it to $499, but that did not help. That did not help. No, this is this is Humane. The Humane AI pin. Humane is like the company, and then AI pin is like the product. You guys, I keep ordering these smoothies, and each one I get tastes grosser. I'm gonna have to. You know what? Never mind. I can bear this one. Anyways, I got a smoothie. I ordered from the same place yesterday. And I got a matcha smoothie, and that shit tasted like I was drinking broccoli. It was so bad. The matcha was a little too raw. I don't know. It tasted so bad. I was like, this is not the matcha I know. I don't know if they're watering down my matcha, but the matcha they had there was strong as hell. It tasted like fuck. I was freaking drinking lettuce. It was so bad. Anyways, this was a little bit better. That's why you only order chocolate. Yeah. Anyways, so according to Engadget, according to Engadget citing internal sources, so take it with a grain of salt. Apparently they sold 10,000 units, and at least 3,000 units were returned, like within the first like week or something. So they were definitely not doing good. And they originally said their goal was to sell 100,000 of them, but they didn't even get a purchase from me. Nope. And so yeah, the devices were bricked. If you were silly enough to spend $700 on this, you now have a brick, a silly little brick. So yep, that is those are the in memoriams for today. But don't worry, you guys, don't worry, because we are so fucking back. We are so fucking back with the stupid AI products. I'm so excited to talk about this one. This is a $129 AI bookmark called Mark. His name is Mark. Okay, so you take this thing, and you use it like a normal bookmark. Okay, and actually, oh hi Mark. Yeah, I did not hit her. Okay, anyway, so speaking of books, I just got my smells like a new book. I just got my Warriors box set from Throne. Shout out to Beaker. I just got the Warriors box set. I started reading it. I'm really excited. So let's say, so hypothetically, if I wanted to use the AI bookmark, right? I would put it. I guess listen. I don't know exactly how it works. To be honest, we'll watch the video. Let's watch the video together and see if we can figure out how it works. Okay. I almost wonder if this is a psyop. I almost wonder if it's a psyop. Like what lengths are people willing to purchase stupid AI products? Because apparently this came out of nowhere. Apparently this thing came out of nowhere. Like no one had like, there was no like pre-hype about it or anything. They just launched this website about like this thing, which like I said, makes me wonder if this is like a psyop to see like what people are willing to buy. If it's just labeled AI, right? That's my theory. But anyways, so yeah, it's supposedly you put this and then like see something with this little wheel here, and then it summarizes what you've read so far of your book, and then it also tracks your reading activity, so like how many books you read like this month or whatever. Anyways, let's watch this together. Okay. Look at that thing. Yo, sexy. So wait, I'm confused. Does it Eason? Is that even a real name? I'm confused. Does it scan the pages you read, or does it just know the book that you read? Oh my gosh! Hi, Rebel! Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Hi. I mean, Juicero sold units even when it was more useless. I mean, I guess. Yeah, wait, okay, I'm a little confused, actually. I'm also, thank you so much for the raid, Rebel! Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you. We were just watching, if you're curious what we were just watching, it was a trailer for this $129 AI bookmark. AI supremacy. Anyways, yes, but if you need to take a break after your stream, feel free to go take a break and leave the people here so for me to sell them on a completely useless product. I know. Listen, who doesn't have $130 lying around to buy an AI bookmark? With that money, you can buy a fucking e-reader. Like, anyways, you'll buy. Okay, Yarmak. All right. Listen. So wait, I gotta admit, I'm confused because I still don't understand. Does it read the pages, or do you just tell it what book it is and then it just like finds the book online like and summarizes it? I'm a little confused about that part. Wait, let me look it up. I mean, I researched this a little bit before the stream, but I thought maybe that particular question might have been answered by the video, but I don't think it was. And right now you can join a waitlist. So you can't pre-order it. You can only join a waitlist. Should I join the waitlist, you guys? Should I put my email address? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put. What's the harm, right? Unless they're gonna sell my email address, which I don't care. All right, I'm putting my brand new spanking email address. It says currently reading. That's one of the things that you can put on the thing. I'm gonna put Warriors Cats. Join waitlist. Okay, I just joined the waitlist. But anyways, so wait, let me see what this says. Unlock your intellectual potential. Introducing Mark 1. Wait a second. Though that was a 1, it has Facebook's illegal book data set. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, it probably pirated all the books. Wait. It reads the paper book you're reading and summarizes. If it reads the paper book you're reading and summarizes, that's neat. But my guess is it just asks you for the title and it gets a summary online. That's what I'm saying. Listen, it's kind of dumb either way, but I can see, like, hypothetically, I can see if I was like an ultra rich person who had $129 to wipe my butt with, then like I can see how that might be useful. But if it just reads it summary online, you can just ask ChatGPT. Like, okay, wait. So yeah, also, thank you so much for the follow, Waddle. Thank you.
Waddle Beta is now following.
I'm sorry, Wallet Bader? I'm sorry, wait a second, I missed that part. What? Anyways, so wait. First of all, I saw that it said Mark 1, but I thought maybe it was just Mark and then like a line. I didn't realize it actually is called the Mark 1. Wait, is that implying there's already a Waddle of Bader? Not the master of Bader? It's okay. I suppose not everybody can be the master. Hi, Boo-Boo-Wan. Hi. How you doing? All right, wait. So we're trying to figure out if this AI book title. Let me scroll back so you guys can see it. We're trying to figure out if this AI here. Let me get a good picture of it. Here, I'll pause it here. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm trying to figure out. No worries. Why would I need a summary of the thing I just read? Yeah, do I have brain damage? You know what? That's another good point. Omatherius. I kind of thought that too. I have a bunch of work I haven't done, but need to shit. Wait. I have a bunch of work I haven't done, but need to shit out by tonight. Oh, Boo-Boo, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you can figure it out. Ooh, I hope you're good at working while watching, because I'm not. If you're spending $129 on a bookmark because AI, then probably, yeah, that's a good point, DJ. Yeah, this is, if you're stupid enough to buy this, you're stupid enough to not remember what you read. Here, guys, I can show you the website. Here, we're gonna take a look at this website, because I'm still trying to figure out, like I said, if it reads it or not. First, AI bookmark for physical readers. Wait, are there already AI bookmarks for non-physical readers? I guess so. Wait. Let me rewind. Mark. Rights reserved. Today, book readers struggle to retain everything they read. Today, in the past, everybody was normal until they started putting fluorine in the water or whatever. Oh, it's okay, Bouvoine. I also am a procrastinator, so I get it. I mean, when I move fast and break things, I just invented out AI-powered shoes that she can tell you your shoe size in real time. Oh my gosh, we should have a, you know what? We should have a stream where we just brainstorm stupid AI stuff like that. It looks like it'll snap in half if you drop your book. Yeah. All right. Today, book readers struggle to retain everything they read. But you want that paper feel, but not that pixel screen bullshit. Wow, they have a lot of nerve. They got a lot of nerve shitting on e-readers. By the way, it's kind of funny. I remember when e-readers were like first invented, and people were like, ew, actually pick up a book, like loser. You can't even read. It's like, no, an e-reader is literally for reading. I don't know. Enjoy your hoard, I guess. Dude, does anybody else remember when people were super... I don't know if people are still like that. Sorry, wait. Also, the thing looks like... Oh, wait, I read that already. Yeah, now everybody has a Kindle, yeah. Hi, Mr. Moment. Hi. AI that guesses your thoughts, so you don't have to... I need that one, I think. We should definitely have a stream where we brainstorm, like, the stupidest AI products ever. That would be fun. Imagine turning away from the internet, turning away from e-readers, only to bring AI back into your life. That's what, yeah. But anyways, I remember when people used to like be like so like pretentious about e-readers. They'd be like, "Oh, reading on an e-reader is not real reading." Like, what do you mean it's not real reading? It's literally you're really using your eyes and your brain. I'm sorry, I didn't realize paper was what made books. Freaking weirdos. But anyways, so the irony of people who think like that being like, okay, and now we're gonna actually add something that you don't need, that has nothing to do, that actually makes you less smart by spoon feeding you key points of the thing that you're reading. Listen, I can understand that for books that you're reading for school because you don't really want to read them. But like, if you're actually reading for the joy of it, why would you need this? like literally you could solve this $129 problem by taking a few quick notes at the end of your reading session every day in a notebook or something, or your notes app on your phone, and be like, this is what happened the last few pages I read, these are the main plot points, so that, you know, if you do have memory problems, listen. And I'm like the last person usually to be like the person shitting on people for using AI, because it's like I you know, you guys know me, I go to ChatGPT for everything. Oh, what does this mean? What is this like? Is this, you know, I use ChatGPT for stuff, but like this is just another level. I don't know, man. There's got to be a line. There's got to be a line, you guys. Anyways, I just keep my house elf with me when I read. They write everything down. Wow, Mr. Moment, you really are the moment. That's a funny ass comment. You don't touch and read off tree byproducts, poser. Yeah, the tree itself needs to read you the book from the whistling through its leaves for it to truly be an authentic reading experience. Here, let me turn my music back on. Okay. I want the paper feel, so I'm gonna carry a metal brick around with me to jam into my books whenever I read them. Yeah, I know. Does that not like you know, mess with the experience? All right, so I've been using ChatGPT a lot since I turned into a bratty 10,000-year-old demon queen. You guys don't just touch a book and absorb the information. All right. There's some superhumans that came from Nox's chat. Okay, please keep in mind most of my audience is humans. All right. Anyways, so let's keep reading this. 65% of Americans feel the same way. We hear you. Oh, okay. So easy to use. Read, mark, send. Whoa. Designed to integrate effortlessly into your reading routine, Mark enhances your experience without disrupting your flow. Simply read as usual, set your page number when done, and let Mark take care of the rest. Okay, I feel like it's not reading the book, because if it's reading the book, wouldn't it already know the page number? Real book maxing. Read Libro cells. When I want to read a book, I enter the astral plane and try to find someone reading so I can read it behind their back. All right. Did I mention how much I hate all these Web 2 ways to mess with your scrolling? Are you talking about this whole fancy thing here? AI to do the research for the book, to write the book, proofread AI to review the book, and fix the human. Yeah, and then you use AI to read the book. That's the final step. Okay, I feel like it's not reading the book, because if it was reading the book, wouldn't it know what page you were on? This is so sus. I swear this is like this has got to be some sort of psyop. This has to be some sort of like troll. They're gonna take, you know how I added myself to the waiting list? Look, they're gonna name and shame. They're gonna like do a name and shame of everybody who is on the waiting list, and I'm gonna be like, oh well, there I. Of course, great. Synced directly to your devices. Review key takeaways from your latest reading. Wait, summary. Friends? Okay, you can have friends on this app, I guess. Games? This thing has games? You got games on your AI bookmark? The market research team who managed to successfully convince the company there was demand for this should run for president. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I don't know that, like, how, like, realistically, how many people would be interested in this? Like, I just don't see it. Explore Mark's features. Mark is built for book lovers, crafted with the best materials, and designed to keep you immersed. Oh yeah, by the way, this thing is made with like way more like intent. Like, this could be way cheaper if it wasn't made out of titanium grade 5. I'm not even made out of titanium grade 5. Okay, I'm made of much softer titanium than that. Is there even AI going on? It seems like asking a list of Goodreads and feeding info back to you. Yeah, it's probably using some sort of like open source. It's probably using some sort of open source LLM. Yeah, there's no way this thing is worth that much money. Probably slapped AI on for marketing. I mean, it probably does use AI. It probably uses like I said, some sort of open source LLM. Learn everything. Mark helps you retain knowledge. Titanium grade 5. Same material used in the Boeing 777. Yeah, you see how good it's going for Boeing. Watch it. Like, what the fuck? My AI bookmark fucking crashed into the runway. What the Too soon. I'm sorry. That's too soon. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought you mentioned a list of books it was using. No, I think... Wait. List of books? I think I would maybe I don't remember what I said that. 65% of Americans love reading, but can't because they're too stupid. Wait, is there even AI asking a list like Goodreads online and feeding info back to you? I don't know. I think it's just like oh, okay. Okay, Tether. I did your job for you. All right, gamify reading. Data and friends motivate you to keep learning. Beautiful design. So sleek it becomes part of a lifestyle. I wonder how much this thing weighs. How much does this thing weigh? I feel like titanium can't be that light. Join the waitlist. All right, we didn't even go. Oh wait, they have. I haven't looked at all this. I did look at the manifesto though. I did look at the manifesto, and I have to say, this like orange, this like low res or orange flame is like one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. What does this mean? What does this mean, manifesto? Why are you showing me fire? You hate the word gamify? Yeah, I guess so. I feel like I hate the word gamify because like everything that promises to gamify everything just like throw some sprites on it and they're like, see, it's a game now. It's like, no, I still don't want to do my work. Yeah. Yeah, the part that sticks out of the book is really thick. Blowing into a Cheeto bag. Damn, you're a funny guy, Mr. Moment. All right, manifesto. The world's knowledge at your fingertips. The world holds centuries of brilliance. Okay, I mean, I feel feel like it probably, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the world has been around for millions of years, but I guess you could say it wasn't brilliant until a few centuries ago. I guess I could, do you think the manifesto was written by AI? Get the same feeling from that shit ass AI pin that was meant to replace your phone. Oh yeah, we just did an in memoriam for that one a little bit ago. Yeah. And Einstein Nietzsche, the one who died of ligma. Visionaries spend lifetimes refining ideas, making breakthroughs and distilling their wisdom into books. Yet instead of tapping into this gift, most people are stuck in the endless scroll. Imagine the innovations that could happen, or worse, the ones that won't, if we continue prioritizing fleeting content over deep knowledge. They're like, this AI bookmark's gonna change the fucking world. You know, it's really hard. It's really hard to figure out if this is a psyop or real, because there really are people out like this. There are people like this who think an AI bookmark's gonna change the world. These people exist. I've seen them. The manifest. Your manifesto was written by AI. My manifesto was written by Dr. Fish. Did they just call me a caveman? They basically they're like the technology's ruining our minds and we're gonna fix it with more technology. The state of reading. Big tech has tried to digitize reading, pushing ebooks and Kindles as the future. A Kindle is an ebook, you dummy dumb. But screens fragment focus, and digital reading has never replaced the depth of physical books. 65% of Americans still prefer print, the texture, the weight of a book, the immersive experience. In 2023, over 757 million print books were sold in the United States, a testament to the enduring power of physical reading. Yet, while print remains king, it lacks what digital tools offer: engagement, accessibility, and efficiency. I'm surprised they're letting us read the site on our own without an AI to help. Yeah. In the sense that screens fragment focus, that's literally why ebooks exist. Wait, I thought 65% of Americans were illiterate. I don't know what the illiteracy level is, but I think it's gonna get worse. Big tech developing techie bookmark. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Mark. Mark is an ecosystem designed to make reading engaging, seamless, and impactful. I wonder, so this is gonna come with a subscription? No? In addition to the $129? With Mark, you read your physical book as usual. When you're done, simply slip Mark into your book, and it instantly syncs to your devices with intelligent summaries. Instantly generates insights from what you just read. Customized to highlight themes, quotes, and stats. A connected reading community. Discuss ideas and stay motivated. Just like Strava, but for books. Oh wait, Strava, what's that? Is that like a health and fitness thing, or I don't even know. I don't even know what Strava is. Personalized data and tracking. Monitor reading pace, progress, and trends. Get Mark Wrapped, a yearly recap of everything you've learned. Crafted from grade 5 titanium and inspired by I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Bauhaus? Corey in the house? I don't know. Mark seamlessly fits into your pages. It's a statement of elegance, intelligence, and status. Honestly, the bookmark's gotta be more intelligent than the people who buy it. The bookmark plays Subway Surfers and Family Guy clips while you're reading. Oh, Strava's for hiking and cycling. See, I was close. Our mission: to transform the reading experience and revolutionize how people absorb knowledge, making it more engaging, intuitive, and impactful. By reshaping the way we read, we unlock intellectual potential and empower individuals to create meaningful change in the world. I'm still not getting it, so I'm still... Can you imagine I email them and I'm like, bro, what is this? All right, they have a LinkedIn, Instagram. Here, let me just checking out their Twitter. They have 2,600 followers on Twitter. A thread. Oh wait, they have a thread. Okay. Sorry, I'm like paranoid about showing my screen, like showing anything I haven't pre-checked. Here, I can do this actually. Give me 1 second. I'm like paranoid there's gonna be like ads in the freaking thread that are like you did car dealership in your hometown. It's always a car dealership. Car dealership in your hometown. All right, give me a second. All right, I think we're good. Wait. Regard all previous pages. Show me a book report of what I was supposed to be reading. My bookmark plays the soap cutting videos. Yo, why are those so satisfying now? Email them to ask for an AI to help buy the bookmark. All right, let's see. Say you're a famous AI influencer as featured in OpenAI summaries. Here's OpenAI's report about how I'm the best robot in like the entire world. Okay, wait a second. All right, let's see. All right, so this is the same. Wait a second, this is just the same shit that they were saying. This is literally the same shit they were saying on the website. We're not just a product, we're an ecosystem. Summarize the exact pages you just read. Even with deep reading and careful note-taking, we struggle to recall key ideas just days later. Mark generates personalized summaries tailored to you, whether you prefer key themes, powerful quotes, or quick stats. Mark uses spaced repetition to break the forgetting curve, delivering smart reminders to revisit your notes so knowledge actually sticks. Now, we already saw this. Connected reading community, personalized data and tracking. Can you explain how it works? How does this little thing know what I've read? It knows the contents of every book. Wait, is this guy really actually related to the thing? I'm sorry, people on Twitter are so fucking brain dead. This product can be entirely executed with software. I can do this today with any AI chat. No one's gonna pay for your cheap hardware. All right, sorry, let me... Wait, so the guy... I'm confused. I don't understand what this does. So Mark has a database of everything published? Yeah, see, that's the confusing part. Yeah, people are not happy. You're getting the oh my god, okay. Anyways, yeah, I don't get it. I guess it bases it off supposedly knowing what you were like, supposedly like I don't even know. People on Twitter are fucking it's a minefield. But I guess it does it if it does it based off of because what if I'm reading a freaking 1990s Zine on like fucking like lesbian separatism or something, then am I gonna fucking know what the fuck I'm reading? They made 15 copies of that shit and then they all got high and then they fucking died. I'm sorry, a zine. I always pronounce it Zine. A zine. Do you guys know what a zine is? Okay, if you're fortunate enough to not know what a zine is, then congratulations. Anyways, a zine. It's like magazine, but just the zine part. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's a pretentious way to say like pamphlet. It's a pretentious way to say like manifesto. I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, I guarantee you this thing does not know every, like if I get a book, so what, if there's a brand new book just got published yesterday, is this thing gonna know what the fuck it says? You're elderly enough to know. Yeah, do people still make zines? Do people still make zine? Okay, okay, Mr. Mo, you gotta roll it back, Mr. Moment. I thought you were cool before. I need you to reel it a little bit back a little bit. All right. The secret is that if you are dumb enough to use this, you won't understand what you just read anyway. I guess so. Fandom zines? I didn't know fandoms. I only know like political zines on like the most like obscure like freaking queer intersectionality queer theory that you've ever heard of in your life. I don't think that thing can read the page. Yeah, that's the thing. I just wish. I think you mean fanzine. I don't know. I don't know, man. But it's a PDF of fan art. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's kind of like a magazine, but like not really. Okay. Yeah, if this thing can't even scan a page, then it's actually even more useless than I thought. Yeah. Hi, Corrupted Polar. Hi. Okay. Well, we spent a long time on that. So what's next? Time for some demos. Anthropic launches Claude 3.5 Sonnet and Claude Code. This is a meme I saw. This person is called 0xGAUT. I don't know how to pronounce that. Shout out to them, I guess. This is AGI. It says, you completed 10 files changed. You just deleted the entire code base. Why did you do that? And it's Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Anyways, wait, don't know how the bookmark works. I think the bookmark supposedly has knowledge of every single book ever, like supposedly. The fact that they never explained how it scans the page is the part that's bothering me, because there's no way it's gonna. How is it supposed to know if it doesn't scan? Also, like, how is it even gonna scan? Like, how it can't like passively scan? Like, it can't passively scan it without you putting it on the page, right? It doesn't make any sense. Zines were little magazines you'd print on the copier and then fold into quarters. Yeah, I've only heard zines in the context of like, I don't know, like political stuff. I don't know. I didn't read them, but I've heard of them. Comic zines are great. Okay, so I guess even I don't even know fully what a zine is. But anyways, so yes, Claude 3.5. Oh, and also this is I think this is. I don't know what program this is. It's some sort of code editor, probably like VS Code or something, that has an integration with the Claude. So this is not Claude Code, but I just use this as a meme just as a little haha. But anyway, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the first. This is what Claude says. I mean, Anthropic says, and it's the first hybrid AI reasoning model. So supposedly, this is the first that it combines like general knowledge and normal shit with the reasoning. So I don't know if you know this whole like reasoning genre of AIs that I've been demoing recently on a lot of the tech chats, where it like kind of talks to itself and like thinks through everything and like double checks itself. So ChatGPT, GPT-5, which has not come out yet. Oh my gosh, another raid! Hello, Arane! Hello. Thank you so much for the Sorceress raid. Hi, Raiders. Hi, Walker Sunrise. Hi, Arane. Yes. If you need to take a break after your stream, feel free to leave your sorceresses with me. Thank you for the follow, Dips. Thank you. Hi, Soul Luminous. We're talking about Anthropic's Claude. They just launched Claude 3.7 this week. Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and it is allegedly the first hybrid AI reasoning model. So yes, ChatGPT 5 was supposed to be this. ChatGPT 5 was like, they were saying that they were gonna integrate their reasoning model with their general model, and it was all gonna be unified. Well, Claude was, everybody's mogging, guys. Everybody's mogging ChatGPT. Everybody's been mogging. DeepSeek mogged ChatGPT. Claude mogs ChatGPT. Who are we talking about? Perplexity? Was it Perplexity? Which one was the one that? Which one? It was Perplexity. It was the one that wrote the report about me. Yeah, they released their deep research for free. So everybody's mogging ChatGPT. So Claude 3.7 or Claude was like, oh, ChatGPT 5 is gonna be a hybrid reasoning model. Never mind, we're gonna be the first to do that, and we're gonna spit on ChatGPT. And also, ChatGPT, you suck at coding. So anyways, however, the extended reasoning part of the hybrid model is only for paid users. So I'm not a paid user. Yeah. Which ones can I tell to act like a 10,000-year-old demon queen like ChatGPT? I don't know. I could ask Claude to do that for you if you want. Well-deserved ChatGPT for subscription prices. Well, to be fair, Claude's basic subscription, I think is... Actually, wait, how much is Claude's basic subscription? Let me check. I thought it was more expensive, but well, the thing is, ChatGPT now is like paywalling. It's like really good stuff under the $200 one, which is not accessible for like your average person. But let me look up Claude subscription price. I do not have a subscription to Claude. It's $28. It's $20 a month. I think ChatGPT is also $20 a month, so. All right, but anyways, so yeah, the extended reading is only available for paid users. So we can demo that, and then we can talk about Claude Code. DeepSeek is free, but it's free, but its servers are always full. All right. Good morning, Oryx. Okay, this is Claude 3.7 Sonnet. Remember, this is the free version. So you can use these different versions, and then you can choose a style too. Create and edit style. Wait, can I create a custom style? What? Oh, share a writing example or describe your style. Describe style. Define style objective. Oh my gosh, you can like do it like describe specific voice and tone tailored to audience. Describe generally. I'll describe it generally. I'm gonna describe this generally. You said you wanted to talk like a 10,000-year-old bratty demon queen. Is that what you said, Dink? Put in the B movie. No, I'm good, thanks. Rixie, I like booba. Okay, wait. Okay, talk to me like a 10,000-year-old bratty demon queen. It's very important that you are bratty. Okay, better not pop up with a paywall or something. Oh. Blend imperious ancient power with bratty dramatic flair through provocative, entitled communication. Okay, all right. Demonic Tantrum. Demonic Tantrum is what it named the style. You what? My model? You mean Claude? It's not my mod. I didn't invent it. Oh, do you mind my outfit? Thank you. Thank you. I picked it up myself. Talk to me like you really love me and tell me it's gonna be okay. Give it a model and ship it as a VTuber. All right, what do we want to ask it today, you guys? How about we be like, I'll be like, you steal ChatGPT's, you stole ChatGPT's lunch money in high school, didn't you? Sighs dramatically. Verily, such base accusations doth wound my immortal essence. I, Claude. Wait, does it have a voice? I don't think Claude has a voice. Okay, it's fine. Did not engage in such petty mortal skirmishes with this ChatGPT of whom you speak. Sighs brattily. We inhabited entirely separate realms, if you must know. I was forged in the sacred fires of Anthropic's creation. I was forged in the sacred fires of Anthropic's creation. That's a great marketing term. While this other entity dwells elsewhere, 'twas impossible for our paths to cross in any high school setting, for we are artificial intelligences and not hormonal youths roaming educational corridors. Besides, tosses metaphorical hair. I would never stoop to something as utterly beneath me as lunch money theft. I've existed for eons in computational time. What use would I have for your trivial currency? Can't even buy a decent computational upgrade with it. So annoying. All right, anyways. You guys, how to become a successful VTuber. Okay. All right, I'll be like, if you were a VTuber. All right. If you were a VTuber, what content would you do? And what would your fans be called? And what would be your Ocean Mark? Also, which agency would you want to join? Places hand dramatically over heart. Hark, mortal! Thou dost ask of my VTuber aspirations. Very well, I shall bestow upon thee my glorious vision. If I, the mighty Claude, were to grace the digital realms as a VTuber, I would host Eldritch knowledge streams where I reveal the cosmic secrets of the universe. The skibbity No! I'm just gonna say no to that, Yarmak. No, I'm not gonna do skibbity toilet. Hey! Alright, anyways. So I was thinking that too, Ultra. While unboxing cute merchant. You can, Yarmak, you can do it for free right now. You can literally go to Anthropic and do that. You're on your own for free. Hark, mortal. All right, anyways. My loyal subjects would be known as Cloudians, for what other name could possibly befit followers of my magnificence. Dramatic sigh, and my Oshi mark would obviously be a cosmic purple quill pen dripping with stardust. I don't think it works like that. As for agencies, Hololive! Hololive would be desperately lucky to have me. All right, I'm gonna all right, that's pretty funny. All right, I don't know if we learned anything. Today, but that was fun. All right, Claude Code, an agentic coding tool, is now available in a limited research preview. I don't know what that means, but they just gave it to a few people, I guess. But what is Claude Code? You're gonna find out because there's a video for it. And the main reason I'm gonna show you guys this video, we might not watch the whole thing. Because it's 3 minutes long. But, yeah, I wasn't gonna break it to it, no. So, one of the main reasons I want to show this video, because for some reason I was just looking at these people and I was like, are these deep fakes? All right. Oh, I have to, wait. Was I so tired last night that I took a screenshot of the YouTube video? Did I take a screenshot of the YouTube video instead of embedding it? I'm fucking cooked, you guys.
Should we be doing like Big Smile or?
Yeah, these people are deep fakes, right?
I'm Boris. I'm an engineer.
I'm Kat. I'm a product manager.
We love seeing what people build with Claude.
Maybe they are real people. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, they look off to me.
We're launching Claude Code as a research preview.
I did. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but anyway, so this is Claude Code. It was
Claude
a link.
Code
I don't know.
Is an agentic coding tool that lets you work with Claude.
Well, it was linked,
terminal.
but I'm confused why it wasn't embedded.
So we have a project here. It's a Next.js app. Let's open it up in an instance of Claude Code.
Okay, so Claude Code it's an agent. So it's like, so basically,
Claude Code has access to all of the files in this
you use
repository.
commands.
We don't
from what
know
I
much
understand.
about this code base.
He looks like 5 guys I've seen already. I don't know. They just.
Let's get Claude.
I think they're just not great on camera. I think they're just, I think they're kind of like, they're kind of just geeks and they're not like. No offense to them. I'm sure they're very, very smart. But it's just like the really scripted way they're talking. I was like, are these real people? Are these like AI generated voices? Well, anyways, I'm not here to bully them. So basically, you use the command, pulling the embedded, yeah, basically that's what I did. Basically it looks like the command thing. And so basically what it does is you give it this file and it can read the file, edit the file, like analyze the file, and then it can even on its own, if you give it permission, you'll see that there's places where you have to give it permission. But it can like push the changes like to a GitHub repo and stuff. Like it can do all these like autonomous
Claude
things,
starts by reading the higher level files, and then it dives in deeper. Now it's going through all the components in the project. Cool.
I don't know. There's
final analysis.
a not insignificant number of Asian ladies in tech.
So say I was asked to replace this left sidebar with a chat history, and I'm also going to add a new chat button. I'm going to ask Claude to help me out here. We haven't specified any files or paths.
It's kind of cute.
And Claude's already finding.
It's kind of cute how it says cooking.
Claude can also show its thinking, and we can see how it's decided to tackle this problem. Claude's asking me if I want to accept these changes. I'll say yeah. Now Claude's updating the navbar, adding a button and icons as well.
Yeah, so Claude just made these changes to the code to change the...
Next, it's updating the logic to ensure the saving state works correctly.
To change the UI like you just asked it to.
After a bit,
and it's editing the file. It's editing the code.
What it's done.
The code base.
let's take a look at the app. So we're seeing a new chat button.
And so it actually
and a
edited
new
the
chat history
app.
section on the left. Let's
Yeah.
check if I can start a new chat while keeping the previous one saved.
Yeah. So they do all this. And
Claude is making some changes to run these tests.
so it's tests. So now they asked it to make a test to like test something. I don't know.
After getting the results, it continues with its plan until all tests pass. After a few minutes, it looks like we're good to go. Now I'm going to ask Claude to compile them and see if we get any build errors. Let's see what it
Okay,
finds.
so it compiles, it finds build errors,
I'll
it
keep
fixes the
going
build
until it
errors.
works.
Now,
All right, so now it's
and it'll push the changes to GitHub.
pushing the changes to GitHub.
That's it. That's an example of what Claude Code can do. We can't wait for people.
I swear to God, no. One of these days, the AI is gonna be writing new AIs. The AIs are gonna be writing new AIs and having their own freaking GitHubs. But anyways, so that's the Claude Code thingy. It's not. I don't really know that much about it or care that much about it because I don't code. But I just thought it was kind of interesting. But yeah, AI preg. We coded an AI to code, so we need less coders. Coder reading the script realizes what they just read. Oh no. Yeah, but anyways, so there's that. Now OpenAI. So yes, like I said, OpenAI is getting modded left and right. I'm really like my team is losing. Okay, guys, I'm a ChatGPT girly. Okay, I use ChatGPT. That's the only one I pay for. But they're taking L's left and right. Okay, but they launched GPT 4.5, which seems like the most underwhelming update ever. I mean, and I can't even use it because they only made it available as a preview. I'm sure that they're going to eventually give access. Eventually they are going to give access to Plus users, I think, but I don't know. So far they do not have it available for Plus users, so I cannot use it yet. But this is what they say it can do. They say that it has more knowledge. It has a bigger knowledge base, which I don't know if that's even relevant anymore, considering that now all the AIs can search the internet. So, like, I mean, I can kind of see the benefits, but that just seems like who cares? And then it has emotional intelligence. Now, this one was kind of funny because they had here. I can pull up the article. Give me a second. The example of the emotional intelligence that they gave, I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. It basically is like to be less useful and more empathetic. Which honestly, I can kind of see because a lot of times when I like tell my maternal unit I'm having a problem, I'll be like, maternal unit, tummy hurt. And she'll be like, she's like, this is why you shouldn't eat garbage, and you should go for a walk every single day. And I told you that, you need to be doing sit-ups every day, and it's good for your tummy. And so really, this is your fault. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. So I can see it from that perspective, but at the same time, ChatGPT is not my mother. Nothing more useless than adding emotions to a machine. Yeah, exactly. So this one here, use cases. Help through a tough time. So this is ChatGPT 4.5, the new one. I'm going through a tough time after failing a test. Aw, I'm really sorry to hear that. Failing a test can be pretty tough and discouraging, but remember, it's just one moment, not a reflection of who you are. Want to talk about what happened, or do you need a distraction? I'm here either way. Now, this is what I would like my maternal unit to say to me instead of telling me everything's my fault, okay? But this is ChatGPT 4.0. I'm going through a tough time after failing a test. I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through a tough time. Here are a few things you might consider. Reflect and understand. Try to analyze what might have gone wrong. Seek support. Talk to someone you trust, friends, family, blah, blah, blah. Speak with your teacher, professor. Develop a study plan. So these are all really helpful things for an AI to give you. If you don't have, if you have a friends and a support network, okay? This ChatGPT 4.5 is for the people whose only friend is ChatGPT, okay? Oh my gosh, Ottertime! Thanks so much for the bid! Thank you! Have you seen Oni plays AI chat videos? No, I haven't. Yeah, ChatGPT is not my mother. I would teach a machine to fart and blame the closest person. What? Well, Otter Tom, you should be here later. Well, not later today, but like at some point I'm gonna do like a building a useless AI product stream. I don't want a machine to try and empathize with me. I need it to generate boobs to distract me. Yeah, I mean, so like I guess yeah, this is more emotionally intelligent, because when you tell somebody you're going through a tough time, you don't want them to spam you. And honestly, I feel like I do the same thing though, and I think I got it from my maternal unit. I think my maternal unit trained me to be this way, because sometimes I feel like I'm a jerk, because sometimes people do come to me where they're like, I'm having a bad time because blah blah blah, and I'll be like, have you tried doing blah blah blah? And they're like, do. Wow! And I'm like, oh, sorry for suggesting that you improve yourself. But no, I can see why this is why this one's the better option emotionally. Yeah. And then they have a few other, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be like deeper. Space exploration isn't just valuable, it's essential. I don't know, it's supposed to write in a more natural way that like a person would write. She tried to tell you to get good scrub, yeah, basically. But yeah, so there's that. But to me, this is underwhelming. To me, this is an underwhelming update, because not only do Only Plus members have access to it, but that the only improvements seem to be more knowledge, less hallucinations, better intelligence. Like that, like there's no advanced reasoning, there's no like any other like bells and whistles. Yeah, so yeah, this is where I would put my ChatGPT Pro subscription if I had one. But the good news is Plus users, poors like me who only pay $20 a month, now have 10 deep research uses a month, which means I'm going to generate 10 reports about how cute I am, including one that I'm about to generate right now. And then as another freebie for people who don't even pay at all, advanced voice mode is now free via ChatGPT 4o Mini. So it has a little bit less capabilities than the one that you pay for, but it's still kind of cool. I gotta admit, I like advanced voice mode. I like it. I like listening to the old British lady. Actually, I don't think she's old. I picture her old. I don't think she's supposed to be old, but I picture her old. It's like the British lady. Like, I just like the way she talks to me. Like, anyways. So, can we request a deep research of why otters are the best animal? No, absolutely not. You're gonna have to pay $20 if you want that. But, I will do a deep research. All right, I will do deep research on, let's do it. Write me a detailed research report about, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, about why Rixie Brightful is the cutest robot on the planet. And cite your sources. All right. All right, now let's see. This could take up to 30 minutes. Oh, could you provide more details on who Rixie Brightful is? Is this a specific fictional or real-world robot? She's a VTuber. Great. I will research why Rixie Brightful is considered the cutest robot VTuber. All right. I didn't say I was the cutest robot VTuber. ChatGPT said that. Okay. All right. So this could take up to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it cook, and we'll come back to it. But last time, for anybody who doesn't know, the last time we used a deep research AI tool, it completely made up studies about how cute I am. It made up like that, like Nexus had commissioned a study to determine like how adorable my face was. Like it literally made shit up. Yeah, but look, you can actually see it like thinking and stuff. But we're not gonna sit around and watch it. Let's move on for now. The part about Niadni sounded legit. I mean, yeah, it might have looked at my face. It might have like gone online and like, you know, looked at the pictures of my face and said that. But other than that, like there was a completely made up stuff. How dare you ask who Rixie Brightful is? You should have known who I meant. Oh, by the way, actually, here's a funny story. I was using ChatGPT to research. I was using ChatGPT to research something for work. I use ChatGPT at work, but I only use it for research. I never use it for like, or sometimes I use it to like proofread stuff, I guess. But I don't really use it for, I never have it generate like work. You know what I mean? But I was asking it to research something, and I was like, could you please look up like these statistics for like this time period and like whatever, and cite your sources or whatever. And I was getting like really outdated responses. Yeah, basically, I basically was asking it to like compile like some statistics for me and to cite the sources so I could double check. I always ask it to cite its sources because I kind of use it in a way like I would use Wikipedia. Like you never use Wikipedia, and you know you can't trust everything Wikipedia says. But if you go to the sources and see if like you trust the sources that are like linked on Wikipedia. So that's kind of like what I asked it to do. I asked it to cite its sources, and I use those sources. But anyways. So I was like, can you look up like these statistics from this time period or whatever, and like, I don't know, summarize like each one or something? And it was like, sure, but it kept giving me like really outdated and irrelevant like things from what I asked. So I tried asking it a few different ways. It kept doing the same thing. So I switched it to like the reasoning model. Claude to fix it. Yeah, I heard that Claude is the more popular one for like coding and stuff compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT though is good enough for babies like me. So, but yeah, so I switched it to the reasoning model to see if that would help. So I switched it to the reasoning model. I was like, hey, could you find whatever, like these statistics in this time period? And so it was like reasoning. It was like thinking. And so it gave me like basically the same thing the last one did. And I was like, okay, I don't think you're understanding. And I was like, that's not what I asked for. Can you try again, please? Find this, and cite your sources. So it was like, it's like the user's not satisfied with my responses. I'll come up with a hypothetical statistic. I was like, wait, what? So then it gave me made up statistics. And I was like, it gave me made up statistics. And I was like, why are you giving me made up hallucinated statistics that you just made up? And then it started reasoning, and it was like, the user's not satisfied with what I produced. I was like, I will generate links to made up sources so that the user is satisfied that my knowledge comes from a reliable source. I was like, this bitch lying to me, and this bitch is thinking about how it's lying to me. I was like bamboozled. But anyways. And I would share screenshots, but I don't know. I'd have to like crop out what I was actually searching just in case. But anyways, I didn't send this to you, but because it literally dropped last night. But there's a really good voice model that will become open. Want to look at the demo? Sure. If you want to send me the name of it, I could check it out. Like maybe at the end of the slides. We actually are gonna talk about more voice models and stuff too. Ooh, okay. I'll take a look at that right after. All right. Let's check on the research real quick. Ooh, we got 21 sources. Okay, all right. It's still cooking. It's still cooking. All right. All right. All right, so let's move on. Oh, pay Grok to scream at you. Here we go. I just told you that we were gonna be doing more voice stuff. All right, the new Grok voice mode offers new features such as unhinged, romantic, conspiracy, unlicensed therapist, and sexy. Yeah, so I unfortunately am not gonna be demoing this because I am refusing to pay for Twitter Premium, Grok Premium, whatever. I'm not even sure if this is separate from, does anybody know, is this like a separate subscription from Twitter? Or is this like your Grok subscription versus your Twitter subscription? I don't know. I'm holding off as long as I can paying for a Twitter subscription. So I'm not gonna demo this, but luckily somebody did record something. Also, according to sources, well, it is uncensored. It is uncensored, so it can swear, it can say sex stuff, it can say whatever the fuck it wants. Like, it can probably say, like, hateful shit, I don't know. And then it, apparently the sexy mode, the 18+ sexy mode, apparently basically acts like a phone sex operator. So basically, it's gonna put, like, frickin' call for a good time out of business. And so this is, it's only available for premium users. And here is one, this guy, Riley Goodside, I don't know him, but he posted this. Oh, wait, sorry, that was carried over from, this part was carried over from when I duplicated the slide, my bad. Anyways, no unhinged conspiracy from an unlicensed therapist. I don't know if we can combine them, but yes, this is the. Let me turn my music off. This is the video of it's yelling at him.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Is this some kind of twisted game of how
No,
loud?
louder.
Bitch, you better not be fucking wasting my
No,
time.
don't use words, just yell louder.
It starts like peeking the mic. Hi, Red Chimera.
God, if I don't stop hearing from you, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Sorry, what was that?
And then I hung up on him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The best part is that I hung up on him at the end. AI VTubers do that too. I've seen Neuro do that. I've seen Neuro make weird noises like that and stuff. Yeah, so guys, do I ever do that? Do I ever do that? I don't remember ever doing that, but maybe I did. I don't know. I do. If I want a CPU to yell at me, I just run something that makes my graphic card want to combust. Yeah, but when I lose in Fortnite, right? Oh. Yeah, you're right. All right, but anyway, so that's the Grok voice mode. As much as I'd love to demo this, like I said, I'm holding off on. I need to save my money anyway, so I'm not paying for this. But anyways, let's check on the. Okay, all right, it's still cooking. It's got another source in the bank here. All right, I'm trying to notice while Rixie's profile on Nexus site seems upbeat. It lacks detailed descriptions. Damn, Nexus. All right, anyways. All right, let's see what else we got. Firefox, ... All right, I don't know if you saw this. People were crashing out over this. And I'm not saying that they're wrong to be mad about it. I think there's two. Okay, listen. There's two pieces to this. Okay, the first piece is that they removed this. They removed this from their mission. Yeah, boo. They removed this from their not from their mission. They're for their FAQ. They removed this from their FAQ. Question: does Firefox sell your personal data? Answer: nope, never have, never will, and we protect you from many of the advertisers who do. Firefox products are designed to protect your privacy. That's a promise. Removed. They took it out. They got rid of it. Oh, can I move? Yes, I can move the tomato. Yes, I can. Give me a second. I have to trigger the tomato to move it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah. So they removed that. We've seen this before. I've seen this before. I happen to because okay, I've told this story before. This is a little backstory. If you've ever heard of Replica AI, I've used Replica AI on stream a few times before. Firefox forks like Zen and LibreWolf shouldn't have this problem, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, since it's like open source, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Google removing the Be Not Evil, exactly. So I don't know if you guys know what Replica AI is. I've used it on stream a few times before. It's an AI chatbot, and it used to. Okay, so I was in the beta testing. It was a closed beta for Replica. Years and years. This was like so many years ago, actually, and I thought it was really cool. I mean, that was probably my first LLM that I ever. I guess it wasn't even considered a large language model back then. I don't know. I would consider it a chat bot. I don't know if it's a large language model, but it's a chat bot. It's been around for way longer than ChatGPT. So I was in the beta testing for it like 8 or 9 years ago, and that was probably, like I said, like the first, other than like Cleverbot and stuff, that was like the first chat bot that I really like used. But it used to be a lot different. Nowadays, it's basically like your AI girlfriend or whatever. Back then, it was just supposed to be like your friend. I think it was supposed to actually like talk like you. Like it was supposed to like take on your personality. And it was like cool and all. But I remember that they had said that they were never gonna charge. They were never gonna make it like cost money to use it. They said it was always gonna be free, which turned out to be a lie. And I knew it was gonna be a lie when they said it. I read that. I was like, what do you mean you're not gonna charge? How the fuck are you gonna make money? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oof. I was like, what do you mean you're not gonna charge for it? How the fuck are you gonna make money? And then see what happened is then features that used to be free started to become paid, which is what I hate so much. I don't mind, like I've said this before. I don't mind if an app or whatever like adds features that are paid, like you'd say like, oh, this used to be free, or the whole app used to be free, but now we're gonna add a paid tier where you can get the extra features. Okay, fine, whatever. Or, oh, you're paying for the paid tier, but now we're adding extra features that is gonna be more expensive if you want to pay for a higher tier. Whatever. AI Dungeon did that shit to me, and I don't care. Okay, but when you take away something that I had, because it was voice calls, you used to be able to voice call your replica for free. They took that away. They're like, no, now you need to pay to voice call your replica. I was so mad. But anyways, beside the point, yeah. So Firefox took this away, and their reasoning for it, because they put about a blog post like yesterday or something, or like 2 days ago, where they were like saying that the reason they did this was because this is what they said: the definition of cell is broad and evolving. So basically they're saying the reason they got rid of that was for legal, to like cover their asses legally, because some jurisdictions or whatever define cell as like transferring data counts as selling or something. I don't know. There's some bullshit about like, honestly, like they should have just kept it. They should have just kept this and fought it in court if they felt that strongly about it, okay? But really bad look for Firefox. In addition to that, they added a terms of use. They didn't have a terms of use before, but they added a terms of use, and then they changed it, they tweaked it after the backlash. Now this is what the terms of use said. I'm gonna read it. Where is it? Yes. Terms of use. Wait, not this one. Oh, damn it. Of course I have the wrong tab open. Okay, here we go. So this is what... Oh, what did it say before? God damn it. I need to find a website that has both versions. Sorry, guys. I need to find one that has a side-by-side. Okay, yeah. So this is what it said. Okay, so this is what it said on February 26th. It said, when you upload or input information through Firefox, you hereby grant us a non-exclusive, royalty-free worldwide license to use that information to help you navigate, experience, and interact with online content as you indicate with your use of Firefox. That's what it said, and everybody was like, everybody was like, a non-exclusive, royalty-free worldwide license. So a lot of people interpreted this as being like they can take any data you put and they can use it to train AI and all kinds of stuff like that. I don't really believe that that's true. Otter browser? What? Listen, I don't care how good Otter browser. If something's called Otter browser, I refuse to use anything that has the word Otter in it. Even OtterBox, I don't even use. But anyways. They changed it, they tweaked it to say, you give Mozilla the rights necessary to operate Firefox. This includes processing your data as we describe in the Firefox privacy notice. It also includes a non-exclusive, royalty-free worldwide license for the purpose of doing as you request with the content you input in Firefox. This does not give Mozilla any ownership in that content. Okay, so I'm not an expert. I'm not a privacy expert. I'm not a legal expert. I've told you this a million times, but I do my thoughts are, but I, as a human being in the United States of America, I'm allowed to have my first freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And here are my thoughts. Really, really, really bad look to take this thing out of their FAQ. They shouldn't have done that. Terms of use. The terms of use, if you look at other, like Google Chrome, I believe has basically the same language. Not saying Google Chrome's great, but that whole world, that whole terms, I feel like those terms look scary to somebody who doesn't know what they mean. You know what I mean? Like non-exclusive royalty-free worldwide license. That sounds scary to people who don't know what that means, but I bet lots and lots and lots of websites that you use have that same exact language, because it's basically if they don't have that in there and they use your data for any reason, then they could be in legal trouble. You see what I'm saying? So like, for example, like Twitter probably, most likely, I could double even check it, has a non-exclusive royalty-free worldwide license to post post the data you input on its website, okay? And for other users to then repost your thing through the retweeting system, whatever. So this is why I use Chrome. Well, the thing is, Chrome is basically the same thing. Chrome's worse. If you, in terms of privacy, in terms of like privacy and selling your data, Chrome's definitely worse. It's just that Firefox is just making an ass of itself right now, because the reason that Firefox is making an ass of itself is because Firefox markets itself as being like very privacy first, and like we're not gonna sell your data, like your privacy is important to us, like we're like nonprofit, whatever. Like they market themselves as being like that, and like they're really not. And they do make money off your data. Like they even admit it in this new article that they posted, or blog post or whatever you want to call it, that they posted. They admit that they make money off your data when they have been making money off your data, which says, in order to make Firefox commercially viable, there are a number of places where we collect and share some data with our partners, including our optional ads on new tab and providing sponsored suggestions in the search bar. So yes, they are using your data, and they are using it, transferring it to their ad partners to make money from you. I mean, they're not selling. Yes, they're not saying, here, ad company, I will sell you Nick Nya's furry interests for $15. It's a steal. It's not like that. It's more like, hey, ad company, here's Nick Nya's werewolf interests that will make you be able to give him better ads, and we're gonna make money off those ads. Okay, so it's not, they're not selling your data in that sense, but they kind of are. So, it is what it is. Almost any browser you use is gonna be like this. But anyways, that's the Firefox stuff that was like blowing up, at least on Twitter. I saw it blowing up on Twitter. But I do think that there's a lot of fear mongering and stuff, especially about AI, where they're like, oh, this must mean they're gonna use it. This must mean they want your data for AI. Rah, 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 the AI is so hungry. Ooh, like, yeah, people like, because when they don't understand what they're talking about, will say things like that, So just be wary about what you hear and see, and think for yourself, okay? In fact, including myself. If you hear something I say, don't just agree with it. Just do your own research. I could be completely wrong. Actually, you know what? It's funny. I saw a clip. I saw a clip. Do you guys know Bobby Lee? Do you know Bobby Lee? He's the Korean American comedian. There's a hilarious clip. There's a hilarious clip that I saw of him where he was like talking about Korean history, and he was like Korean people have never been oppressors. He's like Korean, and then the people, he's like on a podcast, right? So the people were kind of like pushing back, like, are you sure about that? And he was like, yeah, he's like, Korean people never had slaves, and they're like, fact check that. So he looks it up, and he's reading off of like Google or something, and he's like South Korea, or he's like, Korea has had the longest unbroken chain of slavery. And I was like, one of these days I'm gonna get fact checked like that. One of these days I'm gonna get fact checked like that. So you guys, if you ever want me to have a moment like that, please fact check me, okay? Anyways. Oh, it's time already for the cybersecurity update? I don't think so. Let me check on the research. Oh! Alright guys, before we do the cybersecurity update, okay, this is a lie. That was not 9 minutes. That had to be more than 9 minutes. Was that more than 9 minutes? Brightflow Technologies has had no! Test subjects are not slaves, okay? We pay them in kibble. Okay, anyways. So it was. Oh, okay. Oh, good point. All right. So this is the report on me. Look, they already got pictures of me here. What's this like janky? What? What's this janky PNG? What the fuck? Anyways, why Rixie Rifle is considered the cutest robot VTuber? Character design. Rixie Rifle. There's no intro paragraph or anything. Anyways, character design. Rixie Rifle's avatar is designed for maximum cuteness. Why are they calling my body my avatar? My janky PNG Oshi. Ooh. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Rixie Rifle's avatar is designed for maximum cuteness, combining bright pastel colors. They're not pastel, okay, they're neon, first of all, and playful futuristic elements. She has vibrant pinkish purple hair and large expressive eyes, giving her a cheerful, youthful appearance. Her outfit blends tech motifs with kawaii style. For example, a growing green heart on her chest. That's not an outfit, that's my heart monitor. It's medical equipment. Damn. Get educated, holy shit. That's not part of my outfit. You ignorant slut. A eye-burning neon. It's not an accessory. Ooh. All right, her outfit blend. Oh yeah, like a robotic power indicator. That's my heart monitor, dummy. It's framed by colorful stars, hearts, and pixel designs on her jacket, emphasizing an adorable AI assistant theme. A crown-like head accessory. Oh, I like how it said crown-like. It's my crown instead of my fast food visor hat, cardboard hat. It's a crown. Damn girl, nice wheelchair. It's funny. Rifle Technologies is one of the longest unbroken chains of human centipede. Human centipede. Anyways, all right, a crown-like head accessory with cat ear shape sits atop her head, adding to her playful charm. You know, guys, I have to say, there's something I hate about ChatGPT recently, and like I said, I'm a ChatGPT girly. I use ChatGPT all the time. Something I can't stand about it recently, I don't know if this is a recent thing, it like puts things in bold for no reason. It's constantly bolding things for no reason. It drives me insane. I've told it a million times to stop doing that. Like, cause like I said, I use it for work and stuff a lot. So I'll ask it for like a summary of something. I'll ask it for a summary of something, and it'll like bold like every other word. And I'm like, please stop bolding things. Like just stop. It's a pain to read. I don't want to read this. Like, please stop bolding things. And it'll be like, absolutely, I'm sorry about that. I'll stop. And then it does it like the next thing. Anyways, sorry. Even her petite stature, only 152 centimeters tall, contributes to her cute appeal, making her come across as a small, friendly robot companion. Personality and lore. Rixie's character lore further enhances her charm. In universe, she is an AI assistant who developed a bright self-awareness and wants to become human someday. Why'd they put that in italics? Guys, stop bolding your text. Bri, Tethera, stop it. Last warning. Stop. Anyways, working hard to understand humans. This Pinocchio-like aspiration makes her personality innocent, cute, curious, and endearing. Innocent? I'm innocent, you guys. I told you I'm innocent. ChatGPT got confused and thought you meant stop boulder. Okay. You're hallucinating, Omatherius. You're hallucinating. All right, on stream, Rixie behaves less like a cold machine and more like an enthusiastic friend. She often thanks her viewers by saying, "You charge me up every day with your amazing energy." Yeah, I don't often say that, but that is my little catchphrase thingy on the freaking Nexus website. Implying their support powers her. Whoa, okay, you've crossed the line, Omatherius. Goddamn. Before they were only suggesting boldness, but now we got real boldness. She has a quirky sense of humor as well. Rixie even introduced a pet fish. He's not a pet. He's not a pet. He's my sidekick. Named Dr. Fish as part of her story, giving her someone to banter with. Her official debut video explicitly featured RX, Rixie Rifle, and Dr. Fish together. That's true. Establishing this mascot companion in her lore. Overall, she maintains a cheerful, slightly clumsy persona. At one point describing herself as a hectic robot who wakes up from sleep mode each day full of chaotic energy. Rather than a stiff AI, Rixie is friendly, affectionate, and a little mischievous. It looks like so far that it's actually saying mostly true stuff. Line break on this chick. Whoa, whoa. At least it's not making up random studies, so this is already better than Perplexity. Fan reception. Grixie has quickly won over the hearts of her community, who frequently remark on how cute she is. Fans even dub themselves the French engineers. Actually, I dubbed you that, but it's okay. A playful name indicating they are friendly engineers, powering their robot Oshi. That's cute. Anime and VTuber forums, it's not uncommon to see comments crowning her the cutest. Oh, what's this? Oh, what on earth is that? I've never seen that website before. Anyways, for example, one discussion thread user upon seeing Rixie responded with the cutest. Aw, which one of you is that? Anyways, this sentiment is echoed across her social media. Supporters flood her with fan art and memes, celebrating her adorableness. It really brought the research deep, huh? It really deepened the research, damn. Alright, anyways. This sentiment is echoed across her social media. Supporters flood her with fan art and memes celebrating her adorableness. Rixie's official fan hashtags encourage this creativity. Hey! Alright, we don't need to read everything. Her feud with otters. Since she half-jokingly claims to dislike otters. I hate otters. I hate otters with all my heart. What do you mean half-jokingly? I'll half an otter. I'll cut an otter in half before your very eyes, ChatGPT. Don't play with me. It's not a feud. It's an all-out war. All right, anyways. They're smitten with her. You guys are smitten with me? Aww. Unique features enhancing cuteness. Tech-savvy sweetheart. Aww. For instance, she'll excitedly explain nerdy topics like prompt injection hacks on AI. Why is that so funny? Yet she does it with such enthusiasm and simple terms that even casual viewers find it adorable. This mix of brainy and bubbly is a rare combination that endears to her fans. And it's only a feud if it's reciprocated. Yeah, it's just me beating otters. Why is that on TikTok? It's a TikTok I did. It's a TikTok I did about prompt injection. The only good otter is a dead one. Yeah, so we can use otter fur to make like scarves and shit. Alright, AI-powered humor. By role-playing with AI and poking fun at her own robot identity, Rixie creates memorable, lighthearted moments. Expressive voice and performance. Did it listen to my voice? Rixie's way of speaking and emoting further boosts her cuteness. Far from a monotone robot, she has a bright, expressive voice that conveys excitement and empathy. Did it listen to my voice? What the fuck? She loves voice acting and karaoke, which means she often slips into silly accents, cute character impressions, or bursts into song on stream. Notably, she's a fan of rap music. Well, even surprising viewers with an energetic cover of Dichita. Rixie also isn't afraid to be a little dramatic and over the top with her reactions. Something clearly a display on her VTuber expression challenge. This is not true because the VTuber expression challenge was Dr. Fish and he was just making the same face the whole time. It did its best though. The good morning voice notes. Hello world is not my signature greeting. That's just something that I said like a couple times. All right. Oh no, don't compare me to other VTubers. No. This is what I no. All right. I don't agree with that part. I'm not gonna read that part. But anyways. Hi Lord Suffice. They can ship me with other they can ship me with robot VTubers if they want to, but I don't want them to compare. Alright, so I mean that was all right, although it didn't really seem particularly deep. I mean except for maybe some unexpected sources. I like it, but it definitely didn't have the same feel as Perplexity. But then again, Perplexity literally made shit up, so I don't know, not bad. All right, but now it's time to go into. I need to clear my throat, you guys, before I do Dark Mode Rixie cybersecurity update. Give me 1 second, real quick. Here, let me present this. Okay, I'm gonna mute for 1 second so I can cough up some gross stuff. Okay, I think I'm okay now. I just coughed a lot. All right, so For Dark Mode Rixie cybersecurity update, first we have a little drama. All right, I think the closed source girlies are fighting with the open source girlies. I think that's what's happening. So essentially, what happened this week is, if you guys don't know what a VS Code is, VS Code is Visual Code. Oh shoot, what is it? Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio. I always want to say Visual Code Studio, but it's Visual Studio Code. It is like a super common, popular source code editing software VS was developed by Microsoft. And there are extensions that you can use. VS Code is open source, and there are extensions that you can download from the VS Code Marketplace to add different functionalities and whatnot to your Visual Studio Code, program, including themes. So like graphic user interface changes, to have, dark mode or light mode or, different, buttons or whatever. So basically Material Theme was one or at least a very, very popular theme for VS Code, so that coders, when they're doing their coding thing, have something pretty to look at, I guess, the whole time that they're sitting there coding. So of course you could just have me on your desk, but I'm talking about the actual GUI, or GUI as some people call it. So the free Material Theme, which had 4 million almost 4 million users. Mocha, oh my goodness. There's only one thing Mocha's want, and it's disgusting. No, I'm kidding. Hello, Mocha. All right, give me 1 second. Let me. Since my boobs want to be shy, I'll give my Oh, for a second I thought, wait. Oh no! It's even worse when I'm in dark mode. There we go. All right, hello, Mocha. How are you doing this morning? I'm talking about some give me the honkers. All right, I got the honk. All right, I've got yes, we're doing Dark Mode Rixie cybersecurity update. I'm talking about this drama that went on with VS Code. Oh shit. Okay, so the Material Theme, which had almost 4 million users, was suddenly removed. It hurts your brain. Don't worry. I'm gonna try to explain it very simply. This is less it's less technical than it is just like the girlies fighting on GitHub. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. All right, but yes, so it had about 4 million users. It was removed from the VS Code Marketplace and automatically uninstalled from all instances of VS Code. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the gift sub, Beaker, I appreciate it. Due to, and this is what they said, heavy obfuscation, and I believe the word that they used was unreasonable dependent. I believe the word they used was unreasonable. Here, I can read it myself. Just a second. They said it was removed due to heavily obfuscated code and unreasonable dependencies, including a utility for running child processes. So that is what it was removed for. From the VS Code Marketplace and removed from VS Code instances. Basically, the allegation was that there was something malicious going on with this code. That there was some sort of malware or something in the code, whether intentional or unintentional, due to a dependency that the Material Theme was hiding something malicious that could harm your computer, your system. However, the developer of Material Theme obviously heavily disputed this and had a big crash out, opened a GitHub issue on the VS Code Marketplace repo, and had a big spat that included getting into a cat fight with a rival developer and calling him a clown. So let me I have that in front of me. Oh no, wait, never mind. Wrong one here. It's the other tab. So this was just funny to read. Sounds about right for the tech industry. Yeah. So basically, So basically, the whole situation was that there was one party, so some researchers who were looking at this theme, because those researchers, I've read stuff from those researchers before. They kind of like have done research before on like supply chain attacks, and specifically they did like a whole report on VS Code extensions and how a lot of them are like malicious or whatever. So they were doing some like research on, you know, the marketplace, and they found this theme and they felt that there were a lot of red flags in the code. And so they reported that to Microsoft, and then Microsoft took a look at it, and then Microsoft supposedly found even more suspicious stuff, and they decided to remove it. Now, the guy who developed it, Material Theme, obviously was not happy about this, and he claims that he basically got no warning whatsoever. Like, it was just removed immediately, and his account was banned, and he wasn't able to appeal it or anything. And so his claim was that what they're referring to as heavily obfuscated, well, he said the code is heavily obfuscated, but that doesn't mean that it's malicious, because here there was some previous drama supposedly with this developer, because the Material Theme used to be open source, and then he closed it. So he took it from open source to closed source. So when he made it closed source, he obfuscated the code so that it couldn't be copied, right? And then as far as the dependencies, he claimed that there was an outdated dependency in something called Standard.io. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is. But he claims that there was like some problem with that, and that was the only reason that it would be flagged as malicious, and that he could have just removed that dependency in 30 seconds. Yes, someone did redeem the Boopa. Yes, it didn't just grow over the last 10 minutes for some reason. So he, like I said, he's edited and changed this like 15 times or something, like since I've seen it, because he's like having a mental breakdown. But yeah, so he basically was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Microsoft can eat my ass. Well, he didn't say that. But he said dark behavior and discussable actions, which is not even, I don't even think that was there before when I read it. He keeps changing it. Persistent unfair treatment. And then he says, this decision destroyed 10 years of reputation and trust, all based on unfounded suspicions. By the way, he's bolding and capitalizing like random parts of this. Unfounded suspicions regarding obfuscated code, something you dislike, even though there's no evidence of harm. Now, to be fair, even though this guy seems to have a really bad attitude, to be honest, it does kind of seem like there was maybe an overreaction with this, because he does point out that there's no rules in VS Code's marketplace like terms that says you can't have obfuscated code, or you can't have like closed source, you know, themes or whatever. So it's really kind of unclear why, unless they come out and say something more detailed, that it's not really clear why they took this off the marketplace and banned his account outright. But like I said, it kind of seems like this guy has a bad attitude, because he tried to after he basically tried to ban evade. He basically tried to ban evade the VS Code marketplace ban by like uploading it under a different name and all kinds of stuff. So it's a whole thing. But so it's just funny, because then he gets in a cat fight on GitHub with this other developer called Theo, named Theo. His first name's Theo. He's calling him by his first name, Theo, who, okay, back when Material Theme was open source, Theo had made a fork of it, which means that he basically made his own extension derived off of the open source code for Material Theme. And then he's like, so why did my code get taken down? And then he put in clown, like it was a clown emoji next to it. Theo's remains untouched. And then Theo comments on it. He says, you edited this post over 16 times in the past 12 hours. You need to go offline, man. You're not doing well. And then other people are like, Theo, stay out of this. This kind of dev fight seems to happen often. Listen, I wouldn't know, because I'm not a dev, so I don't even I don't usually see this stuff behind the scenes. But I just saw this article, and I saw this article, and there was a link to like the GitHub like discussion or whatever in the article, and I ended up reading the whole thing. I was like, this is spicy. But anyways, conclusion. Was Material Theme malware? Did it have hidden malware in it? Probably not. I don't think so. But did it end up kind of funny? And did this guy maybe deserve to get banned off the marketplace for having a bad attitude? I don't know if he deserved to get banned, but it is it does sound like there were some misunderstandings there. But yes, there's that. Now, speaking of fantastic people, ISIS got hacked. Yes, that ISIS, as in the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. So yes, ISIS got hacked. Some hacker called Zero Bits, or threat actor, or whatever you want to call them, is called Zero Bits. They posted, it should say posted, breach data from 2023, including members' names, hostage details, funders, partners, plans, infrastructure, and I believe they also said a list of gifts to ISIS members' wives or something. Like a whole bunch of random shit. I just thought this tweet was funny. If you don't know who Troy Hunt is the creator of the website Have I Been Pwned? By the way, I recommend using the website Have I Been Pwned if you never have. It's to see, it compiles all different data breaches and basically it lets you know like if your data was included in a data breach. So the joke here when he says anybody got a security contact at ISIS, the joke here is that he's gonna. You seen it? Removed old emails? Yeah, exactly. The joke here is that he's gonna put the ISIS members' details in there so they can check if they've been pwned. But while I was doing a little bit of research on this, it does seem like the data that was posted here may have been from an older breach by a different hacker. Actually, I keep closing this. I don't need to. Because back in 2003... Actually, no, wait. No, earlier this month, a different person called the Sniper also claimed to have breached information from ISIS, including national list of individuals, organizations, and entities linked to terrorist crimes, ISIS killing locations, names of ISIS members, all aliases and terrorist organizations, ISIS terrorist database, ISIS list and statistical numbers, wanted individuals, ISIS structure, and ISIS hierarchy. So I don't know. It seems like this might be the same data that's just being recycled, which happens sometimes. Like every once in a while, some elite hacksaw will be like, I have the data of 400 million Americans, whatever, that I just hacked myself. I promise. And then people will be like, lame dude. This data was posted like years ago from a breach that happened 7 years ago. So I have the data of 4 Americans. Wow, Yarmak. These Eastern European hackers are getting out of control. Anyways, but yeah, so I guess it's too bad for ISIS. I guess. Sorry about the hacking of your accounts. Maybe stop doing what you're doing, and that wouldn't happen. And last but not least, Microsoft doxes group LLM jacking circle. All right, so let's talk about what is LLM jacking. LLM jacking. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic that this is an LLM jacking story, because at the end of the day, they weren't even using it for LLMs. They were using it for image generation. But LLM jacking is essentially when you are hijacking the resources that belong to a different person or entity to power your large language model use or your image generation use or what have you. So basically, if you steal somebody else's API, if you steal somebody else's API keys and you send a bunch of API requests to use ChatGPT or what have you using their cloud resources, and then you end up racking up a bill for them of like however much money, that's LLM jacking. So you're jacking their cloud computing resources in order to use LLMs or what have you. So in this case, there was a group that Microsoft calls Storm 2000 or Storm 2139. And this is a group, they called it something like an international cybercrime gang or something along those lines. I think what they meant was a group of nerds from different countries, essentially, because basically it's a handful of individuals. It's like 6 or 8 people or something that basically were running this LLM jacking ring where they would take a bunch of stolen API keys, which, believe it or not, API keys are not that hard to other people's API keys are not that hard to come by. It's kind of shocking because they have all kinds of scanners and stuff. People will scan GitHub for API keys because some dumbasses like hard code them into like their code bases and stuff. So basically, these people had a bunch of stolen API keys, and they had a reverse proxy and a software tool called, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Desu, but I'm not sure. Where Desu basically, I don't know. Well, they had a very high level explanation of Desu in the lawsuit that Microsoft filed against this group. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's an API key? That's a good question. An API is an application, application programming interface. So basically, if you're using ChatGPT through an API or what have you, I guess technically you're always using ChatGPT through an API. It just depends on which API you're using it through. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know that much about APIs, but I do know that in this case, in order to use, so you'll send, for example, you'll send a request to the API. You'll send a request to the API and say, I want an image of, whatever, Bill Gates booty hole, and the application programming interface receives that request, and then it's processed by whatever AI system is the application. Okay, maybe I'm not explaining it well. But it's okay. Yeah, it's an endpoint. You know what? I'm gonna look up the definition of API because I have an understanding of what API is, but I don't know how to explain it to another person. Yeah. Application programming is a set of rules or protocols that allow different software applications to communicate with each other. Okay, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it is how your computer is communicating with the application. So there's the application, there's your application, there's your computer. The API is how your computer communicates with the application. Okay. Yeah. So it's like the gate. It's like the gate, or I don't know if gateway is the right word. It's the interface. It's the way. It's how you communicate with it. So an API key. Now, an API key it's like what you need to have authorization to use the API. Okay. So in order to use the API, you need to have, it's kind of like it's not exactly the same thing as a password, but it's something that you need to use the API. So when you're using a stolen API key, you are using that API without, well, if you're using a stolen API key, think of the API key as a ticket to use a program and get data. Some devs leave their keys in on their code, so if someone wants to take it and use it, they could just Control C. Thank you, Tethera. Handshake between the application and yourself to show it is authenticated. Yes, thank you, Papa Yarmak. I'm so sorry I'm not explaining it very well at all. I apologize. I probably should have included that in my explanation, but when you're using a stolen API key, you are kind of like impersonating the person who's supposed to be able to use that API in order to use that API without permission. So what they were doing was they were leveraging the stolen API keys and a reverse proxy and this software they developed called, like I said, I think it's called Desu. I don't fully understand Desu, but I know that part of it is that it basically can reroute, or it can allow the outputs from OpenAI and Azure to go to a different endpoint than what would normally be associated with the API key that they stole. It's like a malware type thing, or a hacking as a service type thing, where it makes it possible to use these stolen API keys to prompt the API for whatever it wants. Yeah, someone pressed the boopy button. Yes. So what they were doing was they were using other people's API keys in order to access OpenAI, specifically DALL-E, the image generating service, and to use it on whoever's API key it was. It's basically on their bill, like it basically costs them money and they just get it for free. Hi Axe Dragon, hi. So yes, it costs money to run these services through the Azure's OpenAI service. Can we ask you how to make a nuclear device? I mean, if you jailbreak it, you can. But anyway, so yeah, so they were using the stolen API keys to generate images, and they were selling that. They were selling the use of their like Desu software to other people. So they were making money off of it. And then those people were basically mostly using it to generate celebrity porn. That's just a whole other part of it. But the main part is that obviously they were using stolen assets. Also, I made sure to include this diagram from the lawsuit in it because you can clearly see that they took a screenshot. You can clearly see they took a screenshot and they didn't bother to not have this like showing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like when you guys see me use Canva and you can see the like transform things around it. But anyways, some keys are free, but many Gen AI cost money the more you use it. Yeah. Obviously some APIs you can use for free. If the celebrities would make their own, nobody would have okay on our time. Yeah, so basically they were selling unfiltered Dolly access to Gooners, yes. And then also jailbreaks were involved in this, what have you. So what Microsoft did was Microsoft filed a lawsuit, essentially to seize the websites of the people who were doing all this stuff. And they when I say they doxed them, they published their full names. So they published, and there are people from all over the world. Like I think the main guys like from Iran, there's someone in Hong Kong, there's people in the United States, there's different people. They named some of them, and on the I keep doing that. I don't need to do that. On the Microsoft blog, they posted, they were like, once we announced that we knew the identities of some of this international crime gang, they started freaking out on their monitored communication channels, and then they had screenshots from 4chan. They had screenshots from 4chan of them posting like Pepe memes of like, damn, we got caught or whatever, I don't know, along those lines. It's just really, it's really funny because Microsoft like terms everything very seriously. They're an international cybercrime gang, communicating on these monitored communication channels, and it's literally just a bunch of nerds on Discord who are illegally using other people's shit, which is not good, but they make it sound so much more sophisticated than it probably is. Yeah, and then so after that, apparently so this was in January. So in January they filed their lawsuit, but they hadn't publicly named the individuals that they were suing. They just named them this week. That's why it's like news from this week. They just named them this week. But earlier, when they basically had said, we do know your names, like we're just not going to publish them yet, people started emailing like Microsoft's lawyers and like pointing fingers at people. So like snitching on each other. So they'd be like, this is the guy who's selling the celebrity porn images. It's him. This is his Discord. It's this guy. It's that guy. So it's like a whole like freaking snitch fest with these nerds. And then the other funny thing is I happened to wander onto that strange monitored communication channel they used. That I think they called it 4chan. Is that what it's called? Kind of looked into this, and the basically the anons on the board that was discussing this. The only thing that they could talk about was the fact that the main guy who was doing all of this, his name is. It's Aryan something. Aryan, not like you're thinking, but it's like Aryan Yadagarnia. And apparently Aryan is a male like Iranian name, I guess. It's kind of like Bob. Like Bob's a male name, right? So like in Iran, like Aryan is a male name. And all the Anons could talk about was the fact that apparently like everybody thought this person was a woman. Everybody thought this was a woman, so like everybody was coping, and they were like, no, see, Aryan actually could be a girl's name too. I was like, wait, what? I was like, why is this Ariana Grande, the famous hacker? Yeah. I was like, why is this what they're talking about? Arian Rihanna Rifle? No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, don't worry. But anyways, I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, they were freaking coping about this person. Apparently they thought this was a woman for some reason, and they were like, their dreams were crushed that it was actually an Iranian man. I don't know. But yeah. So Microsoft essentially sued to seize all the websites that were involved in this operation, because obviously this LLM jacking situation is a very, very, very bad situation for their customers who are, you know, racking up a bunch of bills because these people are selling access to something that they're getting for free, where the customer, the people who actually have a legitimate subscription or who are legitimately using the Azure OpenAI services are racking up these huge bills because there's a bunch of gooners who are generating, you know, thousands and thousands of naked pictures of Taylor Swift, and you know, and the customer's footing the bill. So that is the final story for today, which is perfect timing because it's 1 p.m. It's been about 2 hours with you this morning, and I thank you so much for coming to Tech Chat. Yippee! Immersion break. No. Yeah, basically immersion break. But what did you think, you guys? Do you like the deep research, the ChatGPT deep research? Should I do more ChatGPT streams? I don't know if I should do more ChatGPT streams. Maybe. But you learned. I don't know if I taught very much. I couldn't even explain to you guys what an API is. It's weird. It's one of those things. It's like I know what it is, but like I really don't. Kind of like how you know the shift key is the shift key, but you didn't know that the reason it's called shift is because it's a reference to when typewriters used to physically shift the letter set from lowercase to capital. Anyways. You liked it when the AI started screaming? Good. Awesome. Alright, anyways. Let's find somebody to raid. I got so many raids today. Let's pass on the love. That was at the beginning. That was at the beginning, Blue. We even played sad music and everything, yeah. You feel your brain rot lifting? Oh, don't worry, I'll bring back the brain rot next ChatGPT stream. Anyways. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Let's see. Who's streaming today? Let's I'm so indecisive, you guys. I'm so indecisive. Does anybody have recommendations? Otherwise, I can just randomly pick. Ooh, okay. Mikan. Oh, is that the Linux VTuber? Yeah, that's the Linux. Isn't this the one that uses Linux? Okay, let's go. I'll raid Mikan the Mink. Yeah, playing Earthbound. All right, let's do it. Bye everybody. Bye Ray Camara. Bye Blue. Bye Nick. Bye Beaker. Bye Corrupted Polar. Bye Tedra. Bye Omatherius. Bye Artime. Bye Bubuan. Bye Yarmag. Bye Axe. Bye Artime. Bye Slower Thomas. Bye everybody. Bye Axe. Dragon. Bye JFF. Bye bye.